Maui versus Hercules. The two most powerful demigods in Disney are going at it. Maui and his hook, and Herc and his incredible superhuman strength. Who's ultimately coming out on top? And really, is it even going to be close? Let's get into it. Maui was born to human parents, but they were left disgusted and supposedly wanted nothing to do with their son. Maui was thrown into the sea as a baby and left for dead. He was saved by the gods, who raised Maui and granted him supernatural abilities, immortality, and a giant magical fish hook that allows him to shapeshift. Despite his demigod status, Maui's cruel upbringing would forever scar him, leaving him feeling inadequate and constantly using his powers to benefit humanity as a way to earn the love and validation he was denied by his parents. He pulled islands from the sea to provide them with homes, extended their days by pulling back the sun, and stole fire from the bottom of the earth to provide them with warmth on cold nights, among many other feats. As a result, Maui became one of the most famous gods in Oceania history. Maui is relatively strong and tough, able to easily pick up boulders and boats with just one hand, take attacks from Tamatoa or even Taka, and be pretty much just fine. But pretty much all of his power comes from his magical fish hook. Maui's fish hook is a gift from the gods that allows him to freely shapeshift into all sorts of different animals, ranging from as big as sharks, hawks, and whales to as small as fish and flies. With shapeshifting into all these animals, well, he gains their powers, like he's able to fly, breathe under the water, or even just throw around some massive weight and power by transforming into something like a whale. But while Maui is obviously powerful, pretty much all of his most impressive stuff comes from his tattoos and the song You're Welcome. According to Maui, he pulled up the sky when you're waddling yay high. He's able to steal fire from down below. He harnessed the breeze to fill your sails and shake your trees. He single-handedly pulled up the Polynesian islands from the sea, and pretty much every single natural phenomena is solely because of him. He created the tides, the grass, the grounds just by messing around. He killed an eel, buried its guts, sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts. And oh yeah, he also lassoed the sun. Now we'll get into all of this later and see if these feats are actually real and legit, or if it was just Maui being his normal cocky self. But if they are real, well then he's arguably one of the most powerful demigods out there. The son of Zeus and Hera, Hercules was taken from Mount Olympus and transformed into a mortal by his evil uncle Hades. However, Hercules still had his incredible superhuman strength. With the help of Phil and Pegasus, went on a journey to go from zero to hero and reclaim his place among the gods. Despite becoming famous and renowned throughout Greece, Hercules initially thought that being a hero was just about fighting monsters and saving damsels. But eventually, he learned that the true measure of a hero was the value of self-sacrifice. As just a baby, Hercules was strong enough to lift his dad Zeus right over his head, or take two snakes and throw them straight off a mountain. And he only got stronger from there. As a teenager, he was able to do all sorts of crazy stuff, some real multi-ton feats. But he didn't have true control over this power. This ended up getting him into more trouble than actually helping anybody. And then as Hercules became an adult, he started on his journey towards becoming a hero and eventually a god. Well, he showed off a lot of very impressive strength feats. Like he was able to pretty easily defeat the massive Nisus, sent it flying with just one punch. He was able to fight against and slay the Hydra. He beat the Nemean lion. He can beat 3 monsters with just one punch. Herc can really do it all. And all this kind of culminated with his most impressive feat, fighting against the Titans as they made their way to Mount Olympus, with it ending with him grabbing one tornado titan with his bare hands, using it to suck up all the other titans, then throwing them all out into outer space. Insanely impressive. Hercules clearly has strength to spare. He's got plenty of skill and experience when it comes to fighting against monsters or other gods. Then there's the fact that Hercules is now technically a god. He can't die. Even though the Sisters of Fate tried to cut the thread that ends his life, well, they couldn't. He achieved godhood and became immortal. So who wins here? Well, let's break it down. Now, just on the surface, well, it looks like Hercules is more impressive. The guy ascended to becoming the actual Greek god of strength. He's got plenty of experience fighting against titans and gods and monsters. The guy really can do it all. I mean, he single-handedly beat all the titans and threw them into outer space. Maui struggled with fighting a giant hermit crab. You would think this would be easy. And it actually is easy, just the other way around. Because I believe the key to this whole fight is actually the song You're Welcome. Because while Hercules went on his own hero quest and completed his labors, Maui did a lot of crazy stuff too. He sang about it right there in the song. I mean, according to Maui, he pulled up the sky. He's able to steal fire from down below, possibly meaning that he either 1, stole it from the center of the earth, or 2, actually stole it from hell and fought the Polynesian version of Hades. He then harnessed the breeze to fill your sails and shake your trees. He single-handedly pulled up the islands from the sea. Pretty much every single natural phenomena is because of him. And oh yeah, he also lassoed the sun. So if we're taking that song as factual, well then Maui has a whole lot of different powers and abilities and a whole lot of insanely impressive feats. Not limited to literally stellar level strength, which is definitely better than anything that we've seen from Hercules. So, how do we know if Maui is telling us the truth? Well, there's an argument that we don't. He definitely is very cocky, he thinks very highly of himself, and could just be exaggerating everything because he wants everyone to love him. But then we got to the end of the movie, and Maui earned himself a new tattoo of his adventure with Moana. And you know what other tattoos Maui's got? Well, literally everything he sang about in the song. The tattoos are what confirm it and make it true. And while you could argue that he still struggled with Tamatoa and he would still struggle with Hercules, there's actually a pretty easy explanation for that. Maui's power comes from his fish hook, and he didn't have the hook for most of the fight. When he did have it, well, he was incredibly rusty with it and still had to kind of relearn his power. That won't be the case here in this fight. So then who wins here? Well, it's gotta be Maui. And honestly, it might not even be that close. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're going to see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.